doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Automatic first down.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. Green, 39.
Throwing on first down. Bender. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. White's numbers from a week ago. 16 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games. They've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Now a carry for White. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hurry up, here we go.
Looking to throw. Bender. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
5-4. Set. We're okay. We're all right. Be hot.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Check.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Rivers. This one caught left side by Cooper. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing, Rivers. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
White. 0.
Rivers now, the throw on first down. He's going to loft one, deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And now the Raiders actually going to line up here to go for 2. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
This will be fielded at the 6. Able to fight through one tackle. And with flags down, he's up near the 40. But it looks like this one might be coming back.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So that will push him back.
First down.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now White. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On third down, Bender. And right side, caught, Hogan. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. A second down throw for Rivers. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Load it. Swing. Hey, go orange. Orange.
On third down, Rivers. He's got Evans. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
First down, Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cooper. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
To the air again here, Rivers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Again, it's Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. He was looking for Gronk that time. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Well, look at the numbers for Coleman in last week's game. 21 carries, 88 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards. It's that time for the Raiders.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
12. Zero.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. To throw is Rivers. Throw left side complete. It's Cooper. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. Throwing Rivers. He finds Ross. Right side, it's complete. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Off the play fake. Bender. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's White. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bender quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now a second down throw for Rivers. Quick hitch, complete. It's Ross. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Rivers with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A first down throw here for Rivers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And out across midfield down to the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey! Yo, Rocky!
They'll throw again. Rivers. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll throw here. Beathard. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Dixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Beathard. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. It's Coleman here, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tevin Coleman, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of...
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
The extra point now coming from Myers. Myers connects on the PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. From the gun, Bender. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Bender over the middle. That's caught by Hogan. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Now let's go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
Back to throw. Bender. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down.
Now let's go.
Looking to throw. Bender. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Hogan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
Hey, go orange.
Rivers now on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Nice pick, nice pick.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Following the interception here, Rivers. This one caught left side by Cooper. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, but the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. The final shot before break. Bender, he's going to air it out deep for Hogan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Plus to right. Hey, Delta! Hey, go orange. Orange.
2nd down, Rivers. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers. And this is caught off the deflection. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Rivers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory. And a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the postmortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious.
And the Raiders have got him. Tack McKinley in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. To throw, Rivers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lawrence Guy. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
12.
They'll try and throw for it here. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. White. And able to work his way down to the 16. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They stay on the ground with White. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Now White lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Barkevious Mingo in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Wider. 12.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He'll get this one to Switzer. Well, he gets this deep into Patriot territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game, and the Raiders are pouring it on. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second down, Bender, and right side caught, Hogan. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter.
No, check, Patriot! Set, green, 39!
On first down, Bender, and this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll run. This is White. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up third and goal.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Operating from the gun. Bender. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo.
Offense.
And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace. I am speechless. I am without speech.
And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A gain of 3, second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Looking to throw on second down. Bender, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to second and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's Coleman, and an alley to run. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the night. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
Knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just